How's it going, everyone? Welcome to another ARC bonus, and today we are talking Ceratosaurus. Those big, well, not big, but fairly mid-sized to somewhat large, spiny dudes who just eat you and eat you and eat you, and they just go absolutely nuts. And they heal up while they're eating you, and then they tend to make you just have a crappy day because you lose all your stuff. They're just like the Xiphactinus we talked about in the last video. They just make your day terrible. Unless they're one of your buddies. Now, if they're one of your buddies, that's a different story. But today we're going to be talking about where to find Ceratosaurus on Scorched Earth. I've had better luck on Scorched Earth than on the island. How to tame them besides the whole baby method, because they do have babies, so you can kill the adult and just adopt the baby, but chances are you're going to get a low-level baby. If you want a high-level Ceratosaurus, you're going to have to tame an adult. So with all that being said, the first thing that you need to know about Ceratosaurus is that the taming process itself, everything you need before you even start taming, it's a tall order. So tall of an order, you need I actually recommend you get a wyvern before you get a Ceratosaurus. I mean, you can take them out with a Thyla, that is totally possible, but wyverns, especially fire wyverns, make the job so much easier because you need Ceratosaurus spines to craft up the item that you're going to use in order to get them to passively tame you, which is called Hemogoblin Cocktail. And it is a mix of Ceratosaurus spines, narcotics, and blood packs. And basically what it does is it makes the Ceratosaurus incredibly intoxicated. And once it's intoxicated, you can go in and do the passive tame, which does require extraordinary kibble. So it is a tall order. These guys, they are not beginner tames. You do need extraordinary kibble, which is why I also recommend wyverns, because you'll be running the wyvern trench. You'll be getting all sorts of wyvern eggs. Extraordinary kibble's easier on Scorched Earth. The only difficult part is finding a queen bee. I lucked out in the chasm, but more often than not, the queen bees are bugged out in the wall, no pun intended. So you just have to wait for one to get out of the mesh. But with all that being said, the cocktail can be crafted in your inventory, and it does not have a spoil timer, so you don't have to worry about it spoiling on you. It requires 15 blood packs, 10 spines, Cerato venom spines, and 10 narcotics. The blood packs and the narcotics aren't that big of an order. The venom spines can be a bit of a tall order because the only way to get those is by killing other Ceratosaurus. And you can get anywhere from 1 to 3 spines per Ceratosaurus, at least from my experience. I've earned, or not earned, but when I went in and checked the corpse bag that the Ceratosaurus leave behind, I would typically find 1 to 3 spines in the bag. And sometimes you don't get a spine, which is unfortunate. But another thing you need to know when you're looking for these guys to get their spines or to tame them, they spawn anywhere a Carno can spawn. And Carnos spawn all over Scorched Earth. You can find Carnos just about anywhere on Scorched Earth, which makes this so much easier. So much easier. On my particular single player server, for whatever reason, the green obelisk, you see where it says Oil Rig 1? That is right next to the green obelisk. Right around there, I have had amazing luck finding Ceratosaurus. You can also find them in that little area right over there, which is that little mesa plateau over there where you see where I'm at. I'm at base 1. You see where the arrow's pointing. You can find them over there as well. But I definitely recommend anywhere a Carno spawns. For me, check Green Ob first, then check this area, then check the Blue Obelisk, and then check the edge of the Wyvern Trench, because those are really good spots to find these guys. So, I've already made up the cocktail. I have the extraordinary kibble. So now what do we need to do? We need to go out and find a Ceratosaurus to tame up. And what you need on Scorched Earth to tame them up, you are going to need, yeah, funny bunny, go ahead, tell us a storm's coming. You're gonna need a Thyla. A good Thyla. Pepperidge here is an amazing Thyla. He is absolutely amazing. And you're going to want to make sure that your Thyla has meat on it, because it is going to take a heck of a beating. So, definitely level up your Thyla. If it's got 10k or more hit points and can take out a Deathworm, not an Alpha Deathworm, but just a plain old Deathworm, it can do the job with the Ceratosaurus taming. So I'm going to shut up now and go find a Ceratosaurus. So I will see you guys in a few minutes. Okay, and I found a Ceratosaurus, a surprisingly high level Ceratosaurus as well. It's a 135. But I wanted to clarify for the blood packs, how you get the blood packs is you use a blood extraction syringe, which you can learn pretty early on. And all you do is you click on it and you press E. And you can't use it when you're on a mount, but it'll slowly drain your health. But you will get 1 blood pack per thing. So, yeah, that's how it works. But now we're going to put one of these on our guy, on Pepperidge. Whoa. And we're just gonna let him eat on us. That's right. And you see how he's getting drunk? You just gotta wait for him to get drunk. And he's just gotta eat on you. And you just gotta make sure he just eats on you. Now since we have a high level Ceratosaurus, it's gonna take a while. And we're probably gonna get hurt pretty dang bad. But you just want to make sure he focuses directly on you. And eventually, once that hits 100%, yeah, he'll basically be ours to passively tame with extraordinary kibble. So yeah, and wow, we are taking a beating. Yeah. Okay, I may have to run and heal up. Now he will sober up if you leave him. So he won't start all the way over again, but yeah. We might have to run to heal up. So we'll see. We'll see about this. Come on. Okay, and these guys, sobriety, they become sober really fast. But we're almost there. We've gone through... Okay, there we go. Okay, and now that he is drunk... Can't remember if it's a he or a she. I think it's a he. Yeah, now he's drunk. We just start passively feeding him. And we just keep an eye on him. Make sure any other bad things in the area don't sneak up and try to ruin our tame. But he's just going to be drunk. And he's not going to try to attack us or anything. He is just going to be walking around, hunched over, just like that. And you just follow him around, passively feed him. He's going to stay drunk for quite some time. But for this guy, I had to go through 4 hemoglobin, or hemoglobin, as they named it. Instead of hemoglobin, it's hemoglobin. Kind of funny. But anyway, long story short, yeah. Procoptodon, get lost. And their food drops fairly fast, so it's not going to be like taming a Basilosaurus, where you're just swimming around for ages and ages and ages, like, come on, take another bite already. No, these guys, they tame up quick, which is a huge convenience. But we had to stop and heal up quite a few times, and they become sober. They sober up super fast. So the few times we had to stop and heal up, we basically lost about 15% of its drunkenness. So yeah, that was kind of a pain in the butt to get that back. But we had to stop quite a few times to heal up. So, from the looks of it, this guy's just going to take 4 kibble. Maybe 5. Okay, he's stuck. Or am I stuck? No, he's stuck. Yeah. And he's still glowing pink, so that means he's still drunk. Which is good. But then again, once they're drunk, I think their AI keeps them drunk unless you go out of render. I think if you go out of render, that's when they sober up. Okay, dude, I'm stuck in your crotch. That's an awkward place. Okay, 5 kibble. It's going to take 5 kibble for 135 on my taming settings. So yeah, they're expensive tames. But in the end, they are worth it. And once we get this dude tamed up, we're going to head back to base and we are going to just play around and see what all we can do with him. The Ceratosaurus, their venom ability is so cool. It's so cool. Okay, come on, get hungry while you're just standing still. Kangaroo, come on, get lost. Told you. Great, now I'm stuck. Come on, get hungry. There we go. Alright, so we got our Ceratosaurus. We're gonna cryo it. And we're gonna head back to base. Come on, Pepper Ridge. Alright, so we're back at base. We have our Ceratosaurus. We have it on a saddle. And what do you do with it? Well, first, when you're walking around, you'll notice it's pretty slow. You might think, oh, this dude's pretty slow compared to, you know, other carnivores. Well, once you hold down shift, that speed starts to build up, and it does not stop. These guys are wicked, wicked fast. Like, they'll smack into something, they'll have to start over, but once you get them out in the open where they can run and not run into anything, look, they're smashing through these rocks. And look how they just slide around to a stop. It's pretty dang cool. Now they have a bite attack, which the cool thing about the Ceratosaurus, if your enemy's attacking from behind and you left click, you'll see you just spin around and you'll start attacking, which is pretty dang cool. Your right click attack is the tail swipe. Your C attack, oh, there is no C attack. And your control is a wicked cool roar. That's pretty dang cool. But, here, let's fight something. Morella.
Later that same evening.
Okay, so I actually had a technical difficulty when explaining the Ceratosaurus. All that footage, for whatever reason, was lost. So, just to give a general recap, these guys, they are pretty dang cool. They have their left click attack. They have their tail spin attack, which you cannot do in K mode. And they don't have a C attack. But if you hit control, they do have a roar, which is pretty cool. Now, if you hold down shift long enough, you may have seen this earlier, but I'm going to do it again because of just how cool it is. You get to running like crazy, which is wicked awesome and amazing. Love it. Absolutely love it. And they have stamina for days, so you don't even have to worry about leveling up that stamina. And let's just stop, do the cool little side spin, see how fast that stamina goes back up. Bam. That stamina is already back up. Yeah. Wicked awesome and amazing. But the part of the footage I lost out was talking about leveling and their uses. So if you plan to use them as a meat gatherer, because like Carnos, they gather more meat than they do hide. So they will serve as an excellent meat gatherer if you're running low on meat. So if you plan on using them as just a meat gatherer, I would put probably 2 levels into health, 2 into melee, and 1 into weight. Even though they have a pretty good starting weight, in case you happen to do loot drops, open up some loot drops while you're doing a meat run, you just want to be on the safe side. Now, if you're planning on taking these guys into a boss fight, you want to focus on that health and melee. I would put 3 levels into health and 2 into melee until you get their health to a point where you think they don't need any more health. For me, 20k. 20, maybe even 25k. That's a good stopping point. That is my personal just my personal preference whenever I do boss fights with any creature I take into a boss fight. 20 to 25k is a good number. And if it's going to be an intense boss fight, one that is wicked hard, 30k might even be a good idea. And once you've reached a health stat that you're comfortable with, pump everything else into melee. You can get absolute monsters out of these guys, especially once you breed and imprint them. I'm definitely going to have to find a female on my playthrough. I'm definitely going to have to say, hey, I got this guy on one of my little bonus videos. Why does his tail end in a knob, not a point? That's somewhat of a point. Oh well. But yeah, I'm going to say, yeah, I got this guy when I was doing a how-to video. Now we're going to go find a female. Yeah. So anyway, that's going to do it for the Ceratosaurus. So I hope you guys enjoyed the video. I know it's short, but Ceratosaurus, there is quite a bit to cover. Quite a bit to... Oh, I forgot. Here, let me find something that's gonna fight back. Here, let me get this Anki. Let me make this Anki mad and have it come and beat me up. Okay, we're at full health. Okay, Anki. We're at full health. We're taking a bit of a beating, and now we're recovering as the Anki hits us. See how as the Anki hits us, it gets envenomated. We get health regenerated. If you see that magenta pinkish text, wait for it. Yeah, 52. So we got 52 hit points back. Because the Anki just fought us. Now the right click automatically envenomates, whereas if you're just going with the left click, or if you're not attacking at all, the envenomation will slowly happen once it hits you, you at just the right spot. So, but yeah, that is pretty cool. These guys can heal themselves up. You don't have to force feed them. I mean, look at that. We're already back at 6,500. So yeah, that's gonna do it for today's video. So hey, I hope the video helped you out. If you liked it, smash that like button, subscribe, and I'll see you guys next time. Right. Let's go eat up some more stuff. While I want to pump as many levels into you as possible. I want to see just how fast I can level you up. And then we're going to find you a girlfriend and get to breeding.